Right, so for today's planting we're going in underneath the Delanix regia, where I have been cutting back some of the shell ginger, which is the Alpinia Zerembet, which is a very nice thing to have in areas like this during the dry season when the flamboyants drop all their leaves and become basically no canopy at all, because then you have something down there which is going to shelter the more tender plants down below. But at this time of year the clouds are building up, the leaves are building up on this, and it gets very, very dark down here, which is one of the reasons some people don't like them, including the father of a friend of mine whose birthday is today. And in honor of that friend having been eating way too much peanut butter and too many peanuts lately because she is doing keto, I'm going to be planting a peanut butter fruit today. So this is Bunchosia argentea, which I forgot the name of the other day. It's sometimes also called Ciruela del Monte because it looks a little bit like a plum, and Ciruela I think means plum in Spanish, and Monte is mountain, and it is a relatively high altitude tree as far as I know. But this is much more like peanut butter in flavour and texture. It is sweeter than peanuts are, and actually it is relatively high carb, so it isn't actually suitable for people on a keto diet, although I thought it might be because it is also relatively high fat, but it's not. But this is going to be getting a few different native companion plants. First off, we're going to be putting in Costus spectabilis, which is one of the native spiral gingers. This is a very low growing, nice ground covering one, quite a fancy flower, as you might guess from spectabilis. This was from a friend of mine whose channel will be linked in the description, who produces native plants for gardens. We're also going to be planting another native plant as a companion. So this is Aloe nutty, which actually I originally had from the father of the friend whose birthday is today, but unfortunately, as it's common name, grass aloe kind of suggests it's very easy to lose when it's not flowering, and I did put it in an area that tends to get quite grassy, and it did get lost, and I don't know if mold's ate it or it just hasn't flowered and is impossible to find now. But where I've seen them wild since that happened, they've tended to be in much shadier environments, so I think it should do pretty well here. We're also going to be putting in a few pieces of Dracaena reflexa. You can possibly tell from how ragged these are how much I've cut back the mother plants of these. This is going to basically stop the chickens coming and kicking these to death, because you can probably hear in the background the chickens are putting themselves to bed right now. This will also hopefully protect a small cycad that has been trying to come up here, but unlike others that are further from the chickens, has really struggled to grow with the constant kicking. And that should be everything for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you haven't enjoyed it, thank you for watching anyway. Please tune in again tomorrow, because I will be planting something different. I do have an idea as to what, but I do have a few other things to get done tomorrow, so that might not work out, but we'll see.